Hi, I'm Angie. I want to welcome you to National Indoor RV Centers, where we specialize in the sales, storage, service, and detailing of only high-end new and used coaches. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited to show you the Winnebago 2021 Solis. This is the Solis PX, so we have two floor plans. This is Solis 59P, and then we have the Solis 59PX, X for a little extra space. The Solis is practical, versatile, and affordable. You can't get 4 people comfortably in a Class B for this price in anything else. So this sits on the Ram 3500 ProMaster chassis. We have the 3.6 liter 6-cylinder gas engine. All right, so let's talk about everything that we have here in the engine compartment underneath the hood. So right here we have our fuse and relay box, and then this is also where we've got our ground right here, and our positive connection is right there. We've got our brake fluid and our coolant. We have our cabin air intake and our air filter for our engine. Then we've got our dipstick for our oil here and our fill. We've got the fill for our windshield wiper fluid, and the reservoir is right behind here. And then we've got our power steering fluid. All right, so I know you've noticed the one major difference on the Solis. We've got the pop top camper. So that is what I'm super excited to show you today. Comfortably sleeps 2 adults up there, so you can easily sleep 4 in the Solis. Again, a Class B that sleeps 4 comfortably is unheard of. So can't wait to show you more of that, but I can't really talk about the roof until we talk about that. Then we've got our marker lights. We've got the little black box that is our GPS and Sirius radio antenna. And then we've got our radio antenna. And then we've got the Winnebago W, and I love that they put that on all of their coaches, and you'll see that throughout the product, and it's kind of fun to look for the W. In addition to the headlights, you also get fog lights on the PX that come standard. So here on the passenger side of the coach, we obviously have our external mirrors that are internally controlled. We've got our turn signal in here, and you can also fold those mirrors in, which I'll show you when we get inside, in case you're in a tight parking spot. Now as we come, we've got our nice, this is probably one of the favorite things I love that Winnebago does. So one of the things we'll talk about is they are actually manufacture like 70 to 75% of the parts that go into these vehicles. And this is one of those examples. So we've got the aluminum running boards. It's really sturdy. I'm putting all my weight on it. It doesn't even move. So we've got the little W's that they put on here again, and then we've got the D ring on the front and the back. You can tether your furry friends to that, or if you've got bikes or something that you want to lock up, you can lock them right there to that D-ring, and you've got that in the front and the back. All right, so we've got the patio light for the passenger side of the coach. And then as we go down here, we've got our 6-gallon propane tank, and we've got an on and off valve here. And here on the passenger side of the coach is where we have the Stinky Slinky for our gray tank, since we don't have a black tank on the Solis. All right, so let's go inside and just take a look at what's right at our front entry here. So first of all, we have the really cool screen that I love to show, so let me show you. It's one of my favorite things. So it just snaps up here, and you just roll that screen down. With this big screen window, it really allows you to bring the outside in. From inside, it's the same. It really doesn't make it any darker in here, which I like. And then this is my favorite part. So this is the roll-off screen, and you've got this magnet that goes all the way along. How many times have you been tent camping and you get this zipper caught in the stinking tent all the time? So it drives me crazy, especially if you're with kids, and this is for a family. So look how easy it shuts. Just magnets together here. Even for your pets, they can go in and out without having to worry about that screen door, and then it just shuts right up. So I love that feature. So the Solis is unique because it's one of those Class Bs that you can take from surf to slope. So you can be out in the beaches, you can be in the sand dunes, or you can take it up into the mountains and go skiing. One of the features that it gives you that's really nice is right here at the front step. we have a shower connection here for hot and cold. And it's really great because if you've been at the beach all day, you know how much sand the kids track in. Well, I track in, your pets track in. You don't have to worry about that. And then you're probably wondering, you know, there's a shower right here by our floor. Well, there's no wood, there's no luan in this floor. It's a honeycomb composite material. If you want to see it, check out my factory video from Winnebago, because I actually show a piece of it and it's really cool. Like, I don't even know how to describe it other than it looks like honeycomb, and it's plastic, so it's 100% water resistant. You're not going to have to worry if you get your floor wet. So coming in from the beach, coming in from the slopes, you know, there's always that extra piece of ice that falls off your pants and your jackets. You're not going to have to worry about it in this coach. Now we also have two 110 outlets here, our little furnace outlet, and then right here as we walk into, so you've been at the beach, you're dying of thirst, it's been a long day, come in here and there you have your refrigerator. So easy, you can easily get to that from inside the coach or from outside the coach. And you know, wouldn't be complete if I didn't show you the cute ice cube tray, because you do have a little freezer in there too. You're not going to be able to get your gallon of ice cream, but you can get your ice cream sandwiches in there. So they've covered all the important bases here. All right, so right here at the front, we also have our ceiling light. So when we're entering or exiting the coach, we can easily get that on so we don't have to fumble around in the dark. And then we've got our patio light. So if you've got to, you know, come back to the coach at night and you want to take a shower or rinse off here, you've got that light. Our two USB outlets, our 12-volt outlet, and then we have our coach battery disconnect, so on and off here. All right, we have so much to talk about here on the back side of the Solis. So first of all, let's start at the top. Remember that I told you that we are on the 59PX, and that X means you get some extra. So we get extra 18 inches here at the back. We also get an AC unit. So this is the Coleman Mach 10 NDQ. So it's actually 10 decibels quieter than your normal AC unit that you'd see on a Class B. Now, then we have our 5 marker lights. And then just below our center marker light, we have our rear view camera. And then as you come down here, we've got our 3,500-pound hitch. And then right here on the passenger rear side, we have a tie down that is welded to the frame. So you can lock anything you need to that. If you want to leave bikes outside, go ahead and lock them to that, and they're going to be nice and secure. All right, we have so much to talk about on the inside of the Solis here. So first of all, again, we've got the 59PX, so we get this extra 18 inches. It's our gear garage. You've got your L tracks that run from the ceiling down the side of the coach to the floor. So you can actually get 2 bikes in here. You kind of crisscross them like that, take off the front tire, easily get 2 bikes in here. Now I've got the bed up because I wanted you to see what kind of space you have here, almost like you know, a little mini toy hauler if you want to, with all the gear that you could put in here with the bed up, or you can just leave the bed down and you still have a nice amount of space. Okay, and then from this lip to this lip, I want to get the edge. It's about 33.5 inches wide. Just to give you a little frame of reference, I know those aren't exact, but I thought that might help you just a little bit. Now let's talk about, where should we start next? The screen. So this is nice, just Velcros shut on either side. So if you want to sleep kind of under the stars, keep those doors open. Or if you want to work back here during the day, you can keep all the bugs out. Super easy. And then just unzip. And pull it back to the sides when you're done. All right, I'm going to step out and show you one of the other really cool features that you have back here. So you have the annex. I just like to call it like your big outdoor shower. And they've made it super easy on the Solis. So this is, you just pull these out of the brackets here. They go together. And you just have to line up the hole there just right. Got a little pin that goes in there. Okay, so now I've got the back part. In this compartment here, I've got my shower curtain. Okay, so again, you just got the Velcro tabs here, and you're just going to that up. This is going to provide a lot of privacy, a really big shower. So you've got your little chest ponds here, and then you just magnet to give you that little bit of extra privacy. And then you're going to do the same over here. Got a couple more prongs for this side. Makes it nice and private. So look at this big shower. You've got your connection here. So think about all those fancy resorts that have the beautiful outdoor showers. Well, check out my pretty outdoor shower today. You don't have to pay the prices for those fancy resorts. You can do it anywhere you want. All right, so you can just hook up your external shower hose right here. You've got your hot and your cold, and your water pump is right there. Then we've got our light for our security light or lighting the area on the driver's side of the coach is right here. And then we have all of our water connections here. So we've got a great little map that's going to tell us, you know, where we need to move the levers if we're dry camping, if we're filling city water, winterizing, sanitizing. Gives us a great map of what we need to do here. And this is where we fill our city water into our fresh tank. And our fresh water tank is 21 gallons actually in this Class B. 21 gallons in our Class B, and our gray tank is 20 gallons. Then right here, we've got the connection. So if you want to hook up an external or an additional solar panel that's like portable, you can hook that in right here. The Solis comes standard with a 220 watt flexible solar panel. So it's actually on top of the pop top. And so it comes up. So pretty cool. You can add another one up top. There's a connection for you. And then there's one here. And then we've got our two 110 outlets. All right, so the Solis PX comes standard, the 220 solar panel that's on a flexible solar panel because it's on the pop top. So if you want to add a portable solar panel, say that you're in a beautiful camping space, kind of like we are today, where you're in the shade, you're not going to get much solar power. You may want to have a portable one so you can plug in here and then walk that panel out to the sunshine. All right, one more thing before we leave the back here, I want to show the blackout shade and how easy that works. First of all, you can just roll it up and leave it right there in the window because you've kind of got some dead space here. And then totally black out your sleeping area with that. Plus it provides a little insulation as well. All right, so now to the driver's side of the Solis. We have our engine exhaust here, and then our exhaust for our 2800 watt Onan quiet generator. So I will turn this on for you later. It's super quiet, even quiet when you've got the AC running. Then we've got our 30 amp connection for our 30 amp shore power cord. And just below that, we've got our valve, so our sewer connection for our gray tank drain, and this is the T-bar here. So you've got a 20 gallon gray tank and 21 gallon freshwater tank on the Solis. You can actually see your gray tank right there. And that's one of the things, another one of the things that Winnebago makes. So they can maximize the size of the gray tank because they can make it specifically for this unit. Okay, so up on the roof, you'll see a roof access port. So Winnebago's thought of everything. They've already pre-drilled an access port for you there. If you want to add a Wi-Fi booster or antenna, it's all ready for you. And then I'll show you where that comes out inside your coach. Then we've also got our security light or just light here. If you've got to, dump your gray tank in the dark, you've got a light here. It's really nice to have. Remember I mentioned that we don't have a black tank. So we have our cassette toilet. So you just push in those two buttons at the same time. Then you've got a little blue lever here, lift that up and then pull it out. And then you've got a little handle here. So you can just wheel your poop around. I know, it's not pretty, but we have to talk about it, right? So this is pretty clever, 5 gallons. So it'd actually be pretty heavy if it was full. Thank goodness it's not at the moment. But you just turn this valve here and then take the cap off and you'll dump it into the sewer connection there. Now, just a few little things to talk about here. This is just a little vent for us. This is where you would add like a microblaze or a chemical to help break up everything in your black tank or your cassette here. So if you refer back to my RVing 101 series, I talk about a product that we recommend at National Indoor RV Centers. It's called Microblaze. It's actually a microbe. You put it in there and it will make basically everything that's solid inside this tank liquid. So it's a lot easier to clean, a lot easier to keep this clean. It's really cool how they've designed this. So when this slides in to the holder there, it opens up the valve. So then when you're inside, everything works. So it's pretty slick actually. And then you just push it right back in, ready to go. Here's the exhaust for your Truma Combi, which is your hot water and your furnace. And then we've got the vent for your gray tank. And then right here is the fuel fill for our 24-gallon gas tank, and you can just use your regular unleaded fuel. So behind me I've got the 59P and the 59PX. I just wanted to go over some of the differences between the two units. So on the PX you're going to get the fog lights, blind spot monitoring, the Sirius Ready and GPS. You're obviously going to get the gear garage in the 59PX. You also get the Onan 2800 watt quiet generator, and you get the Coleman Mach 10 NDQ quiet AC unit. And your seats are going to be upgraded in the 59PX, integrated seat belts and a different swivel mechanism. I just wanted to show you a shot of the floor plan at the 59P. Really, it's exactly the same from here forward as the 59PX. You just don't have the rear gear garage. So that's the main difference interior-wise on the floor plan. All right, let's go ahead and check out all the cool features inside this Solis. All right, look at the Solis. Look at how much space you have. As I come up into the front cab area, I've turned around the captain, co-captain's chairs. I've got the bench seat here with 2 3-point safety harnesses or seat belts, so kids will be safe in these seats. And then we've got lots of storage to talk about. So we have storage over the cab here. That's nice and deep. I almost can reach the very back of that storage, but that's a nice area for storage. And then we've got this big compartment here. One of the things that Winnebago does, they just think about everything. Their engineers are awesome because I don't have to hold that door up. No hinges to get in the way. It's a magnet here, so I love that. Then we've got nice storage here. And we've got storage here in the ground. So, and that will lift all the way out if that's, if that's easier for you. You can just take that, move that out when you're getting in and out of it, so you don't have to worry about the lid. Then we have storage in the seat. So there's a little yellow lever here. You just pull forward, seat flips up. We've got storage underneath the bench here, and then we have access to our Truma for service, and our freshwater drain is in that compartment. And then underneath the cabinet, we've got just our push button light. And the great thing about these windows, we've got a blackout shade up right now, which is really nice. It's going to give us a little extra insulation, but it will make this area totally dark for sleeping. And just easily opens and shuts. And again, you can just roll that forward and tuck it in so it stays out of your way. And then to open the window, super easy. Have our nice screen here, and then we can open the screen as well if you need to reach out your window for some reason. Stick your arm out while you're going down the road. Maybe don't tell the kids that. And right below the bench here, we have our 2 USB outlets, 12 volt, two 110, and then just around the corner we've got our propane alarm. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and set up the table that goes right here so you can push it towards your captain, co-captain's chairs or towards the bench. If you want to make it your office, sit in the captain's chair. It's really nice. What I really love about it is that it has a place to go when you're not using it. It goes right behind the bench seat here, the leg and the tabletop itself. Okay, so I'm just going to put the leg in. Nice and easy and nice and strong. It's not wobbly. And then place the table on top here. And you can see that you could easily sit here and work for the day, eat dinner, have lunch, swivel it over for the captain's chair. Just super easy, and again, it's nice and sturdy. All right, so we have sort of the inside control panel of the coach. Let's go over everything here. So this will give us the readings of our tank. So our LP tank, it will tell us how full that is, our batteries, and our gray tank. We can turn our water pump on here, and then we can start our generator. Now remember, this is the Onan quiet generator. I'm gonna go ahead and start it. You can see how quiet it is inside the coach, and I've got the big entry door open. So if I were to shut the door, I don't even know, I mean, you could sleep with that on if you had to. Not what anyone wants to do, but it is so quiet. So here's our Truma Combi system controller. So we're just gonna push the button once. Our little RV is gonna pop up. We're gonna hit that again. And this is where we can turn on our furnace. And then we go over. This is going to be for our water heater. So it's off right now. We can go into eco mode, which is going to keep it at just a warm level, low energy. And then if we want hot water, click it to this. If we want hot water right away, click it on boost. We've got our fan. We can turn it to vent or off. And then we've got our timer. So if you know that you get up every morning at 6 a.m., you want to have hot water at 6 a.m., you can set that timer so it'll start warming the water for you. And then we can set our clock. And this is other settings that we can adjust here. Our screen setting, we want military time, language, etc. So I mentioned earlier that this coach is surf to slope. Now if we get up to the ski slopes and it's a little cool, this is when you would turn on your holding tank heater. Then we've got our Xantrex charge controller for our solar panels, and this is where we turn on the valve for our LP tank on or off. And then this is our thermistor for the Truma system to help keep the temperature comfortable here in the coach. All right, so let's head into the kitchen of the Solis. Again, for a Class B, I'm always impressed with the amount of space. We've got this area that we can use for counter space if we're not using our stovetop. If we want to use the stovetop, we just lift this up. We've got a 2-burner gas stove here. Counter space, and they've given us a little extra prep area here as well. And then we've got our nice counter, our stainless steel sink with our residential faucet. We even have a little basket here. We can put spices in or whatever we want there, which is nice. We've got our two 110 outlets, 12-volt receptacle, and 2 USB ports. And then we've got a push button light right underneath, and then another big storage area above the sink. So I really like that. Again, I love that it just magnets up. I have both hands that I can get whatever I need to out of those cabinets. Now I also have 2 110 outlets right here, and then nice drawer and big compartment here underneath this sink, which I like. First of all, I can get a garbage can, not a full-size garbage can, but big enough for the Solis. Put a garbage can there, and then other items as well. Now right below the sink, I've got this little Eco Hot button. So all we have to do, what you're gonna do, if you were to turn on the water, remember we've only got, well, we have a pretty good size freshwater tank, 21-gallon freshwater tank in here. We wanna conserve that water, and we wanna conserve the space in our gray tank as well. So I don't really wanna turn the water on to run it to get warm. If I want instant hot water, all I have to do is turn this dial over to the preheat, count to 6, and then turn it back. And what that's going to do, it's going to force the cold water that's in the line back into the freshwater tank and give me instant hot water. So it's really nice. And then you just turn it back when you're done. And right next to the Eco Hot, we've got a switch here. It looks like it's just turning on a linear light, but this is actually the freshwater tank eyeglass. So if I had water in the tank, I would be able to see how full my freshwater tank is. So you have a visual of your freshwater tank. I just love that. Now, if you're cooking for 4, you might need a little bit more prep space. So Winnebago's thought of that too. You've got a table here in the back, and you just pull this down, and then you extend your leg. So you've got your extra counter space here, more prep space, or you could, sit here and have dinner or eat dinner standing like I like to do. Another cool thing about this table is that you can easily move it. You could move it down here if you want. So they give you more than one option with the table. So now let's go into the bathroom. Before we head there, we've got the light switch for the bathroom. We've got our W hook, so key hook or towel hook, whatever you'd like. And we've got a lock on our bathroom door. So just make sure you open that. And then got a nice little magnet at the bottom. So you kind of have to give it a good little tug. I like that on the door they give you a mirror here, which is nice. And then really not a bad size. I mean, it's small, don't get me wrong. But you've got the toilet and you can swivel the toilet. So if you have little kids that want to sit here, but if you've got, like my husband who's 6'4", he might need a little bit more space for his long legs. You would want to swivel it out. Then you just put a little water in the toilet, and this is where you open the lever so that everything will go into your cassette outside. So pretty simple, right? Very easy to use. We've got our wardrobe bar in here, so if you need to hang clothes in here, that's very easy to do. And then we've got our shower head, hot and cold water. Now we don't have a sink in here because we have a sink right outside in our kitchen sink, so that doubles as both. And then we've got a little storage compartment here where we can put toilet paper or shampoo, whatever, keep those dry in the shower area. It's small, but it will work. But I'm glad I've got my luxurious exterior outdoor shower as an option as well. All right, now to the back bedroom of the Solis. So let's go over our storage up top. So nice storage here. We've got adjustable shelves. And again, I love that magnet. It's nice and strong. It's not going to fall down on you. And another nice storage compartment here. I've got the shades for blackout shades for the front cab area in here at the moment. And then we've got our blackout shade for our window. Again, really nice. And you can always just fold that right into the window itself to keep it out of your way. Then we've got nice storage below here, and it's really deep. So my hand's touching the very back now. So you've got quite a bit of space here. You have a little bit less space because you've got the wheel well under here, but still good amount of space. And then we've got these huge compartments over here. And we've got our jack in there. And then we've got our drawer and our breaker box and fuse box. All right, so now it's time to get ready for bed. I want to show you how easy it is to take down the Murphy bed. So you just unlock from here, drops right down into its spot, fold out your mattress. Again, this mattress is made by Winnebago in their Stitchcraft facility, and you can see that in my factory tour video. So make sure you go and check that out because it's super interesting. And then you also want to make sure that you never get rid of these tags, because on this, if you ever need to replace this part, say that Rover decides to think that this is maybe a chew toy, and you need to replace it, everything you need to know is right there on that tag. So one of the benefits to Winnebago being manufacturer of so many of these parts is that they can replace them. Then above the bed here, we've got another big storage compartment. So again, snaps right up there. And there's a few things that I want to show you in the storage compartments. All right, I showed you that little black box on the outside of the Solis. This is the roof access port. And then we've got our two 110 outlets, our 12-volt receptacle, and our two USB ports in this storage compartment. And you can see about how deep it is here. And I know I'm gonna get asked this a lot. People are gonna wanna know what the size of this bed is. It's 59 by 77. And for those of you wondering how wide it is in the gear garage, it's 72 inches wide. So finally to the moment you've all been waiting for. At least I know this is the moment your kids are waiting for. In fact, I think it might be kind of fun to sleep up there, so I've kind of been waiting to get up there myself. So I wanna show you how easy it is to do the pop top. So we're gonna get our ladder out, and it comes in two pieces. So it fits nicely up in this storage compartment here. And you're just going to put those together and make it nice and easy for us. Snaps in, and then you want to go ahead and connect that. Connect it here so that it's nice and secure. This will hold up to 220 pounds on the ladder. And then you just connect that right there. Okay, so now I've got my ladder ready. Let's go ahead and pop up the top. Okay, so you're just gonna push in here and release that safety strap. Do that on both sides. And then you're just gonna go to your left, and it's gonna just fold down. Do the same here, left, and fold down. I'm a little vertically challenged, even with my heels on. So I'm gonna go up the ladder, and then you just push and it will pop right up. How cool is that? Okay, there's really no discussion. If you have kids, they're sleeping up here. They get the top bunk. But it's very comfortable for two adults as well. And I'll show you in a minute. You can see that I can even sit up in here really nicely. We've got the screened window on this side, and then just a window over here, and then we have a big screen right in front of me. So I'm gonna get a lot of nice cross breeze. Then I wanna show you that I can easily lay down here and roll over. Plenty of room. It's a nice big bed, and it's very comfortable. So definitely this is a winner. Now over here on this side, I've got a light that's going to illuminate the area up here, right here. I've got my two USB ports and my 12-volt receptacle. And we have an air vent for a little extra circulation. This is a lot of fun. You need a Solis. All right, so you're ready to head out, and you want to take the pop-up camper down. It's super easy. Grab each strap and pull. Just grab, make sure your red is coming in so that it doesn't get pinched. And you're just gonna keep the fabric away from the buckle. Okay, so you're just going to latch that right there, lift it up. Now go right, righty-tighty, and then folds back in. Then you're going to attach your safety strap. So on the other side, you're just going to, again, hook it, and then you're just going to turn it to the right until it clicks. And then you're just going to attach your safety. There you go. All right, so we're finally to the cab area. Let's talk about these seats. They're super comfortable, first of all. And then we've got our knobs here that we can, adjust the forward part of our seat or the rear part of our seat. So just get that to where it's comfortable for you. And then right up a little bit higher here is our lumbar support. So you can adjust that as well. And then right by the seat here, we have our park brake. So you just pull up easy enough, and then just pull up, push in to release that brake. And then we've got these corner controls on our seat. So if we want to put back the backrest, you're going to pull that forward and then push back until you're in the right position. And then right in the center of your seat, you're gonna have the lever to move your seat forward and backwards. And then you've got your inside side paddle here, and you're gonna pull that out. That's what's gonna allow you to swivel the captain's chair, and your co-captain's chair is exactly the same. I also want to point out in the 59PX, you get the integrated seat belts into the seat. All right, so the door, in the door itself, you've got a cup holder here, which is really nice, and this big compartment below there for miscellaneous items. I'm old school, so that's probably where I want to keep my Atlas. All right, here we have our lock and unlock for the coach, and we've got our window controls. This is so we can bring in our mirrors. Say you're in a tight parking space and you want to bring that mirror in. Touch that button when you're ready to drive. Take the mirror back out, and then you can adjust the mirror here for your left and right controls. All right, so here we have the all-important battery boost button. So you want to definitely know where this is. If you happen to come back to your coach and it's dead, you can't get it to start, you want to push the battery boost to tie your chassis and your house batteries together to give you enough power to then start the coach. If that doesn't work, you'll want to push that button and then try to start your generator. Let your generator run for a few minutes and then see if your ignition will start. Should do the trick. So your steering column does telescope, so you just want to pull this lever here and then you can telescope it, whatever works best for you, and then lock it into place. We've got our first pedal here, which is for our cruise control, so we're just going to twist it away from us to turn it on, and then we will hit it up to set the speed, down to cancel, and push in to resume. All right, we've got our light control here, so we just turn our lights on. We can do our turn signals as well, and then with our lights on we can go to our high beams, and you just push it towards you to turn them on, push it towards you to turn them off. Then we have our mode button here, which will give you some dash information, so your trip information. Speed beep, buzzer volume, so you can set that there. We'll just go back and then exit the menu, and we'll go back to our trip information. They put a lot of features right here on the steering column, which is nice. So we've got our radio control here. We can mute the radio here. We can turn it up or down, and we can have voice commands if we Bluetooth our phone into the system. Then we can pick up a call, hang up a call, and this will search through our different stations on the radio. And then of course we've got our horn. All right, we have our windshield wiper control here, so we have it on off, or we can go to low, medium, or high, and then we're just going to pull that towards us if we want to put the windshield wiper fluid on the windshield and clean it off. And then we have our trip reset, and we get some more information on our dash here at this trip reset. So if we push and hold, it will reset the trip. If we just push through it, it's going to go through your different information on your trip, on your trips. And then when we get to trip B here, I'll just push and hold and it will reset. We have the tow haul mode button, so if you're towing something, you can push that and then it won't shift as often. All right, here we have our front display screen. You can turn it on and off just like that, really easy. You can also turn your mute button on your radio from the steering column or right here. You can go to your settings, and that way you can just, you want to go display and customize your screen a little bit more. You can do that there. Very easy. We don't have any media hooked up to this right now, but you've got your radio, and you can scroll through and change those, scan your stations on your steering column. Media, no media. Our nav, we've got the TomTom system. Phone, we can Bluetooth our phone to this if we would like, so we can make calls from the steering column basically. And then we've got more information right here. So it's really easy to navigate and use this touch screen on and off, our volume control. And then we've got our dials here down for our temperature, obviously our fan speed, cool and hot, and then the direction that we would like that airflow to go. Push in for defrost. Here are our fog lights, which you get standard on the 59PX. Our electronic stability control, you're just going to always keep that on, and our hazards, and then your lock and unlock for the entire coach. We have one USB outlet and our 12-volt outlet, small drink holder here, and then we have 3 below, and a great spot here for our cell phone. Right above our display, we have a little clipboard. So if you need to, put some important papers up there, you can clip them right into place. Then we have a little secret compartment here at the top of the dash. Space for a cell phone or other things right here, and another glove compartment. And then we have our fire extinguisher right here at the front entry door, so we can use that easily if we need it outside or if we need it inside the coach. All right, so we're out on a test drive in the Solis. I was really anxious to drive this just because it's such a great deal. I mean, it's so versatile, it's so affordable that now the test was, how does it drive? Well, it drives amazing. It's nice and quiet and smooth. The seats are comfortable. We've got the armrest. I have 0 complaints, like 0. It's really nice. So the only way for you to know how nice this is come to National Indoor RV Centers and take one for a drive yourself. We'd love to put you in one of these, and we'd love to take you on a test drive. Now, we do have cruise control, so I always like to set the cruise control. That's when the trip really begins for me, so because I don't have to do as much work. So I'm just going to go ahead and get up to speed here. I'm going to turn my cruise control on. It's on. I'm going to hit my lever up to set the cruise control. And now I am good to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy this beautiful country. That's one of the things I love about RVing. You don't have to wait for your trip to start when you get to your destination. Your trip starts as soon as you get behind the steering wheel, because you've got this beautiful country to see, and part of the fun is the getting there, not just the being there. And that's what's so great about an RV, because you've got your kitchen, you've got your bathroom, you've got your sleeping area. It's wonderful. So if you've watched my videos, you know that I always like to do the decibel reader just to show how quiet these coaches are. So today, this coach is 65.1. That's as quiet as my car. Literally, you've got to come and give this a drive. I mean, it's just so quiet, so easy to drive, so comfortable. You'll love it. So I'm sure you're wondering, how much does this cost? How much would it take for you to get into a Solis? So MSRP is $120,970. MAP pricing, which is our minimum advertised price, is $90,727. Yep, you heard that right. So if you want to know what I can sell you it for, which is even less than MAP, give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers, 469-277-1330, or email me at Angie at NIRVC.com. Go ahead and check out our website, NIRVC.com, and see all the coaches that we have to offer. We have a whole bunch on order right now, so we are ready to put your name on one of those orders. At National Indoor RV Centers, we try to make it super easy. We take trade-ins. We'll take in a car, a truck. We'll take in a trailer. We do financing. We offer extended service plans. So basically, we try to make it really easy, and this should be a pleasant experience from the first call till the day you pick up to your coach, till the day you decide you're done with RVing, which is way, 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 way down the road. Most likely, you're going to call me and say you're ready for your next RV, because that's what happens. This lifestyle gets in your blood, and you just want to do it more and more, and you'll find what you like. Anyway, it's a wonderful lifestyle. So pick up the phone, give us a call, email me, check the website. We'll make it easy and pleasant, I promise. And remember this, with our volume and economies of scale at National Indoor RV Centers, RVs simply cost less. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. Also, you've got to go and check out my Winnebago factory video. Check that out. And my RVing 101 series. You'll want to make sure you don't miss that. And then check out our AIM Club, which is our all-inclusive motorhome club. We throw great rallies, big parties. I attend all of them. I'd love to meet you, and we'd love to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and have a wonderful day.